You know what? We live in a world that's full of projections. So, most of the times when people are interacting with you, they're actually interacting with their version of who they think you are. And they're projecting that version at you all the time. Crazy, isn't it? But it's happening all around us all the time. And if we're not super aware of what's going on, we can live in reaction to those projections rather than show up from a true place of choice. So I'll tell you what inspired this conversation for me today. I'm on a mental health journey, you guys. I've shared a little bit about it here and there, and I'll be sharing more in my upcoming podcast. But to stay on track right here, and to give you an overview, I'm supporting myself in a lot of different ways, and I'm undergoing something that's called a vision therapy. I play with a lot of different practitioners like chiropractor, physical therapist, blah, 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 a lot of different things. I'm basically processing a lot of change and supporting myself in all the ways that I can on the journey. So, anywho, I was noticing something very peculiar. My personal point of view is that I'm never late. I know that's crazy, but your point of view creates your reality. And so a lot of times, all through growing up, there were a lot of projections at me about how I'm always late. And at one point, I'm like, no, you know what? I've never been late for anything that I really needed to be there for. I've always been on time in the perfect timing, even if it didn't match whatever they thought the correct time was supposed to be. For example, last year I did a lot of biofeedback therapy. And in my biofeedback therapy, there was one particular example where I was driving to the thing, and I was like 20 minutes late by this reality standard, you guys, like literally. But I wasn't, because the moment I entered, guess what? The last patient was running late and they were leaving. So it really changed my world. I wasn't really planning on going on this tangent on this live, but give me a second. Gotta sip from some water. Excuse me. But I really want to also highlight it here that your point of view does create your reality. And I've seen it work with time for me. For example, the moment I changed my point of view to I'm always there in the perfect timing, guess what? That is, I'm discovering, always true. Anywho, so I digress. So go to these different appointments on a very regular basis in my everyday life. And I was noticing that how I have so much ease when I am going to my vision therapy and my vision therapist's office every week. There's a lot of ease. There's never any rush. There's just a lot of space in that interaction that I have with people over there. And then I was noticing how there's this one particular person that a provider that I recently came across. I don't get, I'll be visiting them, but they were basically like a massage therapist. And I was not having a lot of ease. Now, listen to this, because I've not met this person yet, but this is how it works. Because we don't realize that we're psychic. We pick up energetically on information all the time. And so I wasn't really having a lot of ease engaging with, even on an email, this person. And guess what occurred? I had scheduled an appointment with this person, and it never has occurred with me that I've completely forgotten about an appointment. I literally, my calendar is my best friend. I look at it, engage with it very frequently. It's almost like I saw through it and I didn't see it. So I missed it. And so, anyways, I was just looking back at it, especially today on my way back from my vision therapist's office, that how come is it that it's so much ease for me to engage with this space and to be with these people and my interaction, like literally if my vision therapist was to talk to this person who's like a massage therapist, they'd probably be like, are we even talking about the same person? That's what got me to realize they both look at me in a very different way, and people look at you in a very different way, and they project at you their version of how they view you. And there could be endless ways in which they can justify why they're taking whatever point of view they're taking on you. But what I want to like really highlight here is that none of that is true. The only thing that's actually real and true about you is that what's true for you will always have a sense of openness and expansion. So I guess having said that, I can actually see that a lot of my engagement and interaction with my vision therapist in their office is super congruent with that space of lightness for me. And even though weirdly I'd never met this person who's a massage therapist, even till now I haven't because I missed my appointment, even though I've never met this person, they have some sort of judgments of maybe people, of me. I have no idea of what, but we are aware. That's the point that I'm driving home to. We are aware of what other people's points of views are, that what their judgments are, what their projections are. And not everything might be nurturing to you. Like I realized the gift of this awareness was, I don't think I'm going to schedule an appointment with this massage therapist. There are going to be some other ones that will pop. But I wanted to bring it up here because true choice lives in awareness, you guys. Sometimes, correction, oftentimes, when you're truly willing to be present and aware, you'll discover you don't particularly like what you're becoming aware of. You wouldn't want to know that that person that you consider to be a close friend judges you left, right, and center. It's uncomfortable to be aware of things like that. And at the same time, if we do not allow ourselves to be aware, we live in reaction to other people's projections. So that's my invitation for you today, to look at where are you just being with people that may not be nurturing for you and your body? And would you be willing to give yourself the gift of awareness to begin with, to allow yourself to know that, hey, what are the people projecting at you that you're aware of, that you might be on an autopilot becoming, that you're not it? Because what you are is what you get to be, is something that you choose to be. You can be everything. You have a whole platter of choices in front of you. What would you like to choose to be? How would you like to choose to show up? And if you weren't living in reaction to other people's projections, then what is true choice for you? So that's where I want to invite you today to look at, where is your choice in the middle of all the projections that you are aware of. All right, my friends, on that note, I'll bid you a goodbye for today, and I'll be here tomorrow with another little live at some point. So happy rest of your day or evening.